Well, it's a bit of a strange journey, maybe, but I wasn't the best student as a youngster. I was quite immature, so I left school at 16 with very few qualifications. I was going to be an apprentice at a company called NEI, International Combustion. Um, Unfortunately, I didn't pass my O levels as they were at my age. But luckily, the training instructor, who I will never forget, Ken Tomlinson, when I went in to tell him I'd failed and I wouldn't be coming, he said, "Come on, young man, let's see what we can do with you." So I did 3 nights at night school to resit everything, pretty much maths, etc., physics. Managed to do that the long way, and started my career as an apprentice. That company then got acquired by Rolls Royce. It was in Derby, and so I moved into Rolls Royce on test rigs for the submarine program. And then I worked on site on and off for 10 years or more, Rosyth and Devonport, working on all the British naval submarines during refits. Really enjoyed it, but all things had to come to an end, and I uh, met my wife and couldn't keep travelling with child on the way. So decided to get in more office-based jobs. So I became an assistant engineer, and then I worked my way through the Rolls-Royce career system to become a senior principal engineer and then a manager. I then became a leader of a business unit, as they call it in Rolls-Royce, before I then took a massive leap for me at the time to leave one part of Rolls-Royce and join another part of Rolls-Royce, which was civil nuclear from the defence nuclear. Looking back, it was no big leap at all, but it felt a massive leap to me at the time. So I was the program director of Rolls-Royce Civil Nuclear and had the great job of travelling the world trying to drum up business, represent the company for about 6 years. And then I decided to leave Rolls-Royce, which was a big step, and join the Nuclear MRC. And I was at Nuclear MRC for, I think it was 8 years, until a year ago, when we decided, myself, the university, and the catapult, that we would create a spin out, or I would create a spin out, and try and keep doing some of the good work that we were doing on helping the supply chain, whilst the university focused more on some of the high end research in manufacturing. So that's a very quick canter through. Along the way, Matt, I have to say, I did get a degree in engineering, and I did study at Open University to get a master's in business. So I guess I kept my uh, qualifications going as I progressed through my career, but I didn't probably have what you might call a typical start in a journey, but it got me to where I am.
Yeah, it's interesting. So, was there an interest in sort of in the nuclear industry, or was that a bit of a happy accident that you ended up there? Was
No, I mean I was always quite interested in defence and the military, mainly Royal Air Force, if I'm honest. I love jets. But I just by total chance, I flunked at school and luckily uh, got my apprenticeship, and then Rolls Royce acquired the business. That's what got me into submarines. Very quickly, though, I was so proud to be part of that program. Managed to go on secondment to the Ministry of Defence for a couple of years. Started with colleagues in the Navy, the US UK program, which has now become the Dreadnought program in 2003. So I've been so fortunate to have some phenomenal experiences, and what a great business to work as. Hello, what a great business to be part of, and I look back fondly at it. But it was total chance that I got into nuclear, and that defence nuclear, and then got me into civil nuclear, which then has taken me into what I do today.